Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the heroes guide and tutorial. So I'm gonna do right now Gwen, the second hero. So I have the activated monkey knowledge, of course, to show you the hero as it is by itself. And let's jump into sandbox. Now Gwen is the very first female hero that we find in the game. Her basic cost is 900 in medium. So her hard and improbable cost is higher, and therefore you cannot use her even in chimps. Like you cannot start chimps with her. And now let's take a look at her general stats at level 1. So you can see her range is slightly smaller than Quincy, and you can see compared to that monkey is a little larger. Now her damage is 1 layer of 1 layer at a time with each hit. Her piercing is 2, so she can pop up to 3 different balloons with each shot. And then finally the attack speed is quite high, so her basic attack speed is not bad, so she attacks quite fast right at level 1. Now, as the unique characteristics, Gwen has the fact that she's gonna attack with fire. So she's gonna fire a blast. So she has lead popping power right off. No, wait, just one. So you can pop lead balloons by default. So because she attacks with fire, but at the same time, because she attacks with fire, she cannot pop purple balloons. So purple balloons are immune to energy and fire damage, and that's why she cannot pop them. So that's her main weakness. Now on the other hand, camo detection, at level 1 she does not have camo detection, so she cannot attack camo balloons, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna now cover all the levels, and like I did for Quincy, I'm gonna just explain them to you one by one, and then at the end I'm gonna just do a quick overview and summarize Gwen strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, so let's start here. Level 2 just increases the piercing by 1, so from 2 to 3, and that's pretty much it. Level 3, you unlock Gwen's first ability, that is Cocktail of Fire. That is gonna work exactly like the Wall of Fire from the Wizard. Now the ability is completely RNG based, so Gwen is gonna hurl this Cocktail of Fire around her range, so in a point of the track around her range, and now the balloons that are gonna step onto it are gonna receive 2 layers of damage every 0.5 seconds, I think it is. And you can see that the ability stays quite long, almost half of the total cooldown of it. And you can see here this is RNG, so you can see that the Cocktail of Fire position is always random, so be careful when you use the ability. Normally it's better to use the ability a little earlier than when you actually need to pop the balloons, because the ability may be thrown right at the very beginning of a range, so you may miss the balloons if you wait too much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now with this ability you can pop camo balloons, you can pop with this ability camo balloons, as you can see, and still you keep on having the same purple balloon like resistance, so you cannot pop purple balloons even with the ability, and that's it. Now level 4, you unlock a passive. Now every few seconds, I think it's about like 10 seconds of Gwen attacking the balloons, she's gonna create this blazed wave of fire that's gonna pop nearby balloons, and it's gonna add fire to nearby monkeys attacks. Now these fire attacks to nearby monkeys are gonna make them able to pop lead balloons. So this ability lasts on nearby towers for about like 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, and while these towers are heated up, they can pop lead balloons. So I'm gonna just show you here how it works by spawning 100 green balloons. You can see here when attacking, attacking for quite a long time, and it should proc about now. Yeah, here we go. So that's the heated up proc. You can see that it damages the balloons nearby, and it adds the fire attack. So you could see there the yellow aura at the bottom of the Dark Monkey. That was the heated up proc. So that's pretty much it. Then level 5 of Gwen is gonna increase even further the piercing, so from 3 to 5. Level 6 is gonna add a burning effect on the balloons. So when you hit the balloons with their basic attacks, you're gonna set them also on fire, and you're gonna remove an extra 2 layers. So you're gonna do an extra 2 layers of damage with the burning effect. So it is identical to the burning stuff from the mortar. Now level 7 heated up has increased the radius, and now this works for both the damage on the balloons and also for the towers. So you can reach further towers. You can proc this passive on further towers from Gwen, and on top of that you can pop more balloons with a blast of fire around Gwen. Now level 8 you unlock 2 blasts of fire with each basic attack, so pretty much like the double arrow with Quincy. Now level 9 is quite interesting because now with the initial hit per blast pops an extra layer. So this is an increase in damage, but only for the initial hit. Now because of the fact that with level 8 she gained 2 blasts, that means that overall you gain 2 extra layers of damage. And now this is quite interesting and hard to see, but I'm gonna try to show it to you anyway. Now these are pink balloons, and you can see that sometimes you pop pink balloons not into red balloons but into green balloons. So you can see that sometimes, can you see that sometimes there are these green balloons right there that then they're popped? See this one? So the initial hit per blast deals this extra layer of damage for both of the blasts, but then I don't know how really is counted, but when it's not considered anymore an initial hit, it's not gonna do this extra layer of damage. So you're gonna just pop the pink into a green balloon, so doing just 1 layer of damage with each blast. Now level 10 you unlock her second ability, Firestorm. This ability is gonna set the whole screen alight, so it's gonna burn all the balloons on the screen. So this is an ability that takes on the full screen, so the whole map. With this ability you don't have a cap piercing, so you can pop as many balloons as there are in the screen, so there is no limit to piercing to this ability. With this ability you can pop also camo balloons, just like that, and still with this ability you cannot pop purple balloons, so purple balloons are still immune to this ability. And now there is another thing that is the cap damage. So with this ability you're gonna do a maximum amount of I think it's 18 layers of damage to up to ceramics. So if you spawn here, for example, ceramics, and you use the ability, you're gonna burn all the 10 layers of the ceramics with the ability itself, so not even without counting Gwen's basic damage. Instead of more class balloons, this ability is gonna do more damage, and it's gonna do, in this case, I'm gonna just show it to you, it's gonna do 82 of damage. Yeah, so it deals a little higher amount of damage to mob class balloons, so 82 layers. Instead on normal balloons, so up to ceramics, it deals the maximum amount of 18 layers of damage. Level 11 increase attack range. Now here unfortunately I just couldn't show it properly, but you can see here the range increase is about 3 units, so it's not that huge in terms of range increase, but it's something. Then level 12 attack speed, pretty standard. Then level 13 is like level 9, a level that is quite random, so it's not very easy to really find by how much the popping power is increased. So it says here greatly increased popping power. So from the 5, so from 5 popping power, definitely it becomes higher than 15. But I'm not entirely sure that it's more. Maybe it's even more, maybe it's less, I don't know. But definitely it's it's at least 15 of piercing. Maybe it's more. All right, so that's it. Then level 14, more damage with a level 3. Level 15, more attack speed. Level 16, Firestorm lasts for longer, so it's gonna burn the balloons for longer. And that's why when you unlock level 16 here, you can pop, here we go, I'm gonna just show you it on a super SRAM. Yeah, a camo super SRAM. So you can see that on a super SRAM, you can see here the pops. Oh no, wait, I used the wrong ability. Okay, let's go again here. So let's reset the pops. Yeah, there we go. So the burning, pretty much what this means is that the burning is gonna last longer. So you can see that the increased amount of layers that you pop are 4 on normal ceramics, so instead of 18, 22. And on mob class balloons, I'm gonna show it to you on a DDT. So it's a camo balloon, so that she's not gonna basic attack it, and so that I can count her. I can count the pops, and you can see here the pops on a mob class balloons from 82, sorry, to 102. So that those are 2 extra ticks, and so that's the increased duration of Firestorm that relates to the increased damage. And another thing very important that you gain on level 16 is purple bloom popping power. Now you can pop purple blooms with both her basic attacks and with both of her abilities. So that's quite a nice thing. So that's the ability right there. That's her level 3. And those are the basic attacks. Wait. Oh, it's lasting forever. Okay, here we go. Yeah, whatever. So, that's pretty much level 16. So quite a nice level, because with this level now, you don't have to worry about purple balloons not being popped by Gwen's abilities or by her basic attacks. Level 17 is an increase to the passive. So Heat It Up gives affected monkeys 1 extra layer of damage. So while the nearby monkeys have the Heat It Up effect on, they can pop lead balloons if they couldn't before, and they do an extra layer of damage. Level 18, an even higher amount of attack speed increase. Level 19, 3 blasts of fire per shot. So this increases her damage by a lot, because remember that her level 9 is gonna also increase the initial hit of each blast by 1 layer. So with this 3 blasts, now you gain an extra blast, so that means that you gain an extra 2 amount of damage total with her basic attacks. And finally, her last level, level 20, is a buff to her level 10 ability. So now Firestorm deals hugely increased damage. And now to show you again what this huge increase of damage is, I'm gonna just spawn here a super SRAM, and you can count here the pops. So remember that it was 22 and now it's 45, so more than double the amount of total damage on a normal balloon. And then you can see now against a DDT, the pops here, 100, yeah, should be 255, yeah. So that's 255 total damage to a mob class balloon. That is again more than double the damage that it dealt previously. And that's it. So those are the 20 levels of Gwen. So you can see already that her main weakness stays camo balloons, because she doesn't gain camo detection with any of her levels. So you're gonna need 100% if you're gonna be able to hit camo balloons other than with her abilities. You're gonna need 100% a village giving camo detection to her, or you're gonna need, of course, other towers that can remove the camo status from the balloons. and that's her main weakness, as you can suppose here, even at level 20. Now overall, I think her main strength is the fact that she can pop lead balloons, of course. Then the fact that you have a full screen ability, so an ability that's gonna damage every balloon in the screen, so it doesn't matter where on the path those balloons are. Now she does gain purple balloon popping power at level 16 though, so early she struggles a lot because she can't pop purple balloons, so be careful that you're gonna need another tower to pop purple balloons. Then after she hits level 16, then she can pop purple balloons herself, so that's another thing you have to remember. And now the damage that she deals is quite high because of the fact that she has 3 blasts of fire. Now that is a level 20. She deals 3 layers of damage, of course, with each blast, plus the fact that at level 9, sorry, you get the initial extra damage for each blast that she can do, plus the fact that you're gonna burn the balloons. So there is the burning effect, so the damage over time that must be counted as well. And that's why you can see that even against, like, I don't know, 10 super SRAMs, so around 81, she doesn't deal, she's not that bad against them. So yes, she cannot really pop all of them, but her damage is quite nice. And the fact that she also has a passive, and she's gonna buff nearby towers, so she's gonna make those towers able to pop lab balloons, and as well like do an extra layer of damage, is a supportive passive, and so that makes her even greater because all the towers they're gonna place close to her, as long as she's attacking, are gonna get that heated up passive, and they're gonna become stronger. So overall, that makes Gwen one of the most powerful heroes in the game right now. Yes, she's quite expensive, so you cannot really start with her, but definitely one of the strongest heroes in the game right now, and definitely a good hero. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.